Hello, everyone. Welcome back for more Factory Town patch reading on Mox Gaming Center with James. Today, we are going to go over .037, which was released. By the time you get this, it may either be way earlier today or yesterday. So, .037 is now live on itch.io and Steam, the two ways that he has released it. Big changes to markets and houses to try and find the right balance between gold income and being able to maintain a reasonable stock of goods to help preserve happiness. That was a really big thing. It pretty much in 035, the last time I spent a lot of time, he's pushing out updates faster than I have time to play. There was a large change in the balancing of houses and production and trying to keep everyone happy. And it did sometimes seem like you were spending all of your income trying to produce the goods to make more income. So it took longer to make gold than previously. And so we'll see, based off the patch notes, how we feel this is going and how we think, based off of the notes themselves, how it will result in game. Instead of purchasing an item ASAP, houses will only buy an item if their satisfaction bar drops low enough. That's a nice positive thing, because in 035 and I believe in 036, they would buy infinitely. So if you provided them stuff, they would just keep consuming it. So there was no way to keep up or build a stockpile. So there was no keeping up with these guys. So this will be nice. It gives us the opportunity to build a stockpile. Markets will sell more aggressively if they have a surplus of a particular item type, which rewards faster goods supply. So that is a positive thing. If you, let's say, you shove a bunch of food in there, the market will sell more aggressively if they have food and try to make people happy with what you have available. The market can also be upgraded to allow more aggressive selling to nearby houses. So that seems like there's an upgrade to the market that will force it to sell to the houses faster. Pasture and mine upgrades now cost increasing amount of resources. So trying to do an upgrade to the pasture, or trying to do an upgrade to the mine, every time you do that upgrade, it will cost more to do it. Goods delivered directly to houses will still be purchased ASAP as soon as the house is done consuming the other item. So that means that the house will purchase if you are doing direct delivery when the house is ready. Higher quality goods will now take longer to consume at houses. That's a positive thing. So if you feed it flour instead of raw grain, it will take longer for it to consume said flour than it will for it to consume a pack of raw grain. So increasing the quality of the item will be important for longevity and also gold intake. While a good is being consumed by a house, its satisfaction meter for that good will stay at 100%. There's a small typo there. Not a big deal. So what that means is they won't be mad about food while they're eating. That's a positive thing. Because, nothing worse than a person who's complaining about what they have and always complaining that they don't have more. Take it from somebody who lives in a country where that's regular. Market display now includes bars representing supply of each good type, followed by a grid of each owned item type. So we'll have to look in game to see what that means, and we can do that in a future episode when we get back into the game. Today we're just reading the patch notes. So I am going to surmise that means that there are more bars in the market display now showing the types of goods, whether it's food or structure or medicine or whatnot, and then followed by a grid of the items in there, similar to how I would guess similar to how the base shows the grid when you mouse over it. Markets now have reserved capacity for each potential item type, so SS supply of a lower tier good will not block deposits of a higher tier good. So that means that it has reserved slots for stone, lumber, cut stone, and iron plates all separately. So that way, if you want to shove some stone in there, get that sold, you want to put some iron plates in there too, but it's already full of stone, it's not going to block the iron plates from going in. When placing a chute, rail, or conveyor belt, the tiles outside a building will be highlighted with the directional arrows to indicate input or output effects. That's a positive thing. That will help when building and placing your systems, knowing whether the conveyor belt pulling out actually connected to the structure or not. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly what heights the limits are for each building. Fix some load issues that might result in houses refusing to buy even when a full market nearby. I have not encountered that, but if that is a bug that happened, it is a positive thing to be fixed. Increased gold value for bread from 15 to 20. That's a nice positive increase there. Bread takes a lot of work to make. Decreased gold value for iron plate from 20 to 12. Haven't gotten to selling iron plate to my minions yet, so I really don't know what that does for impact. Increased gold value for enchanted book to 50. I've not started making those, so I don't know what it was before, but that seems like a positive thing. Costs above 1,000 are represented with a K. So that's probably a positive. It saves on the character count on the screen and makes it easier to display. Lowered gold costs of most buildings, so things will be easier to build, especially in the beginning. There was a bit of a lag in the beginning on a fresh start caused by waiting for gold supplies. Even if you had everything else set up, you were stuck waiting for the gold to build up because it was kind of at whatever pace it wanted to go at. Fixed bug with Final House upgrade. I've not been that far along in the game to know about that bug. Fixed Forester not displaying production speed bonuses of extra allocated workers. I didn't know that was a bug, and I just assumed that it wasn't increasing the speed when you added extra workers to the Forester. That's another thing. And everyone who's on Mac will be happy to know there is now an OS X build available for people wanting to do the beta and that are accepted into the beta. So that is available on itch.io and Steam. And he is interested in the feedback and how that goes for those on those systems. So this was reading.037 patch notes for Factory Town. Thank you so much for joining us, and y'all have a wonderful day.